Hello, everyone. I hope you are all doing great today, even though we are in the virtual world of teaching and learning. Okay, and today we'll have our discussion about writing simple sentences, okay, in the basic communication and thinking skills. So, from the very beginning, we have our discussion regarding the macro skills, and these are the receptive skills and the productive skills. Under receptive skills, we have the reading and listening, where we discussed them already. And now we are down to our productive skills, which is the writing. Okay, but before that, may I share my screen regarding the lesson objectives. At the end of the lesson, the students will be able to, or you will be able to identify simple sentences, define the different parts of speech, analyze the construction of simple sentence, use conjunctions to combine simple sentence, and of course, write simple sentence. Okay, let's start our discussion with a question: what is a simple sentence? How can we say that a statement is considered as a simple sentence? Or how to write a simple sentence? Is it necessarily to start a sentence with a capital letter and will end with a period, or what? How to write a simple sentence? Okay, let's start with our discussion regarding simple sentence. According to the presentation, a simple sentence is a sentence that consists of a single independent clause. So basically, when we say simple sentence, it is the other term for independent clause or single independent clause. A simple sentence is, of course, a composition of a single independent clause and typically includes a subject, or in other words, noun, and of course, a predicate, which is the verb. So basically, noun plus a verb, which forms a complete thought, or what we call it, a simple sentence. So basically, if we have a noun and a verb in our statement, so basically we are writing or we are uttering a simple sentence. Now, to begin with our discussion in a simple sentence, so for us to have a deeper understanding about what is a simple sentence, let's go back and let's recapitulate the different parts of speech. So we have eight. We have the noun or the subject, verb, predicate, object, adjective, adverb, article, preposition, and conjunction. Let's start first with the first two, which is the basic formula: subject plus predicate or noun plus verb. Okay, let's start with the subject and predicate. The subject or the noun, it is the main actor or topic of the sentence. So, for example, in the sentence, John runs. Okay, John is the main actor. John is the topic. Next, we have the predicate. It is the action performed by the subject. So basically, the predicate, it is the action word. Example, John runs. Runs, since run is an action word, so basically, run is the verb. So, in other words, noun is the subject or the topic, or this is the name of a person, place, things, animals, and such. Whereas the predicate or the verb, it is an action word. Okay? This is an action word. So basically, this is the basic formula in writing a simple sentence: subject plus verb. Okay, another formula is the S plus V plus O, or the subject plus verb plus object. A while back, we had our subject and the verb. Subject, it is the noun, it is the topic. Verb is an action word. Now, the third one is the object. Okay, object, it is the receiving or the receiver of an action. It receives the acting of the verb. Again, okay, a simple sentence is built around a subject and a predicate, but it can also include an object. Okay, an object, it is the receiver of the action. Let's say, for example, she reads a book. Okay, the noun here is the she because it is the topic. Now, what is an action word presented in the sentence? We have the reads. And what is the receiver of the action reads? It is a book. Okay? So basically, a book, it is an object because it receives the action of the verb. Okay? So that would be the object. Another examples, okay, we have he eats an apple. He is the subject, the noun, it's the verb. An apple, it is the receiver of the action. That's why an apple is an object. They built a sandcastle. They is the subject, built is a verb, sandcastle is an object. She plays the piano. Okay? The piano is an object. Plays is an action word. She is the uh, subject. We visited our grandparents. We, the subject or the noun, visited the verb grandparents would be our object. And same thing with I love chocolate. Okay? Now we are down to the noun verb object. Let's proceed to um, the adjectives and adverb, okay, to add more detail in a sentence. But what is an adjective? What is an adverb? Okay, adjectives, it modifies or describes noun. Okay, these are the words that modify or describe nouns. For example, beautiful, handsome, big, small, intelligent. Let's say, for example, let's put the adjective intelligent in a sentence. Embraer one is intelligent. Cayman one is intelligent. Or Aspen one is intelligent. Embraer one, Cayman one, and the Aspen one would be our nouns. Now, what is the describing word to describe these nouns? And that is the intelligent. That's why intelligent is considered as an adjective. Next, how about adverb? Okay, an adverb, these are the words that modify or describe the verbs. So if an adjective describes the noun, the adverb describes the verb. Okay? For example, the verb is run. Now, what would be the describing word? Okay? How can we add a description to the word or to the verb run? Let's say, for example, quickly. She runs quickly. She is a noun, runs is a verb, and quickly is an adverb because we add an information to the verb run, which is quickly. Let's say, for example, the big door, the big dog, I mean, the big dog barks loudly. The the big is an adjective. Dog is the noun. Barks is the verb. Loudly is an adverb. So that would be our adjectives and adverbs to add more details in our sentence. Okay, let's proceed more with our examples with regards to adjectives and adverbs. A big square blue box. Okay, now what is our topic? What is our subject? What is the noun? It is a name of thing, which is the box. Now, to describe that box, we have these adjectives: big, square, blue. Okay, so big, square, blue would be our adjectives because we describe the subject or the noun, which is the box. Second example, the cat sleeps peacefully. Okay, so describe the verb which is sleeps, we use the word peacefully, which is our adverb. Okay, now we are down to the last three, which is which are the article, preposition, and conjunction. Article, okay, it is a word that defines a noun as a specific or unspecific. How about preposition? Preposition, it is used to show direction, time, place, location, spatial relationships, or to introduce an object. And the last one is conjunction. Conjunction, it is a word that connects words, phrases, and clauses. So basically, conjunction, it is a coordinating conjunction which connects the words. Okay. An example of article: the, a, on. So basically, these are the articles or the determiners. Okay. In other terms, preposition, these are in, on, at, to, from. So it describes the time, place, okay, or spatial relationship. And conjunction, these are the words that we use to connect words, phrases, and clauses. An example of conjunction are the fanboys, okay? So this is the acronym for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. So do not forget the fanboy. So for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. So if you have encountered the fanboy, so basically you are using the conjunction. Okay. Now let's try to use the different parts of speech in a simple sentence. Again, simple sentence, it is an independent clause. Okay, so a very good example is, okay, the lovely children play in the park happily and noisily. Okay, so the lovely adjective or the lovely children play in the park happily and noisily. So the article used in a simple sentence is the word the. Okay, then the adjective is the word lovely because it describes the noun, which is the children. Children here is the noun or the subject. Then what would be our verb, the action word, which is the play? Now, since we have the place where the children are playing, so we have this preposition which is in the part. Happily is our adverb. Okay, same thing with the noisily because it describes the word play. Okay, how the children play. Okay, so they are playing happily and noisily. Then we have this conjunction because two adverbs are being connected using conjunction. And the conjunction used is the word and. So that's it. We use the different parts of speech in a one simple sentence. Now, While writing a simple sentence, there are common grammatical errors that we might commit. Okay, so I want also to discuss the two common errors related to sentence construction. And these are the run on sentences and sentence fragments. Let's start first with the run on sentences. So this happens or these occur when multiple ideas are combined without proper punctuation. That's why whenever we are writing a simple sentence, might as well we have to consider as well or be mindful with our punctuations. We have to use proper punctuations. For example, she rushed to the store, she bought groceries, she cooked dinner for the entire family. Okay, so this is an example of run-on sentences. Now, to solve this or to fix this, you may say or you may write, she rushed to the store, comma, bought groceries, and cooked dinner for the entire family. So you have to use a proper punctuation, which is the comma. That's why you can eliminate the usage of she multiple times because again you use the comma already. Okay, so that is an example of run-on sentences. And another one is the sentence fragments. These are the incomplete thoughts because they lack a subject or a predicate. Okay? You lack a subject or predicate. For example, went to the store. Oh, who is or what would be your subject? Who is the subject? Who is the noun? Yes, went is an adverb. I mean, the verb went is a verb. To the store is an object. Now, where is your subject? Okay, again, the basic formula in simple sentence is S plus V or the subject plus verb or S plus V plus O or the subject plus verb and object. Now, where is your subject? Now, to fix this, you have to um, put your subject, which is the I. I went to the store. Or you may indicate a person. For example, Agapito went to the store. Okay, to make your sentence complete. Okay, for you to have a complete thought. Okay, another example. He ran to catch the bus. He missed it by just a few seconds. Okay, so that is an example of run-on fragments because you did not use a proper punctuation. Now, how to resolve this? He ran to catch the bus, comma, but he missed it by just a few seconds. By using a proper punctuation, okay, and proper word, for example, a conjunction but, you may um, convey a complete thought in your simple sentence. The big greenhouse on the corner. Oh, that is an example of run-on fragments. Incomplete thought. Okay, so you have to use or you have to put a verb. Okay, because in this sentence, the big greenhouse on the corner, there is no verb. Okay, so you have to put a linking verb, which is the is. Again, is the word is an example of a verb, which is a linking verb. The big greenhouse is on the corner. Okay, you can see that is a complete thought. The concert, the concert was fantastic. The band played at all their hit song. So there is no proper punctuation. The concert was fantastic, semicolon. Okay, you have to pause. The band played at all their hit song. Okay, so uh, that is very important to use semicolon. Okay, the concert was fantastic. The band played all their hit song. Okay, so that is the play. It is not a plated, okay? It is played. So there is a typographical error in my example. The concert was fantastic, semicolon. The band played all their hit song. Okay, so those are the common grammatical errors. If you have questions with regards our discussion, so with that, you may um, put three important learnings that you have about our discussion in the comment box. Okay, I will be providing the instruction, okay, in the Google form. Okay, so that would be the end of our discussion in writing simple sentences.